Okay, so a lot of people I know have been getting awesome cameras, whether it's Panasonic, Sony, Canon, kind of, maybe. Anyways, a lot of people have been getting awesome cameras, but they seem to overlook that they're going to have to edit this footage. A lot of times the 4K footage, it gets really laggy on the timeline. So proxies, I feel like a lot of people don't know about proxies, but they help speed up everything when you're editing. Let's jump into Premiere Pro and get started, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so here we are on my desktop. I'm gonna open up Premiere. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty simple once we jump into this software. The only software I know how to do this on is Premiere, so if you're using a different software, I'm sorry, but I don't know how to do it. Let's title this PROXY Tut, and we're gonna put it in my current vlog folder. So make sure that when you set up your folder, let's make a new folder for this. So if we set up a new folder and we call it PROXY, we direct the whole Premiere file and everything that's inside it to this folder. I usually call this folder Premiere, and everything from Premiere goes to that. In this beginning window, you need to click on Ingest Settings, click Ingest, and make sure you change this to Create Proxies. If you're on a Mac, you can select ProRes files, but us Windows users only have access to these. I'm not quite sure why, but I usually go with the GoPro Cineform proxy. When we click OK there, that means that we are going to, everything that comes into this is going to be proxied first. So now if I go into my folder, let's make this not full screen. And if I drag in, let's drag in some vlog footage. Actually, this is an interview I did of Colin recently. So if we drag in this shot of Colin holding his camera, it takes a little more time to import the file, and it opens up Media Encoder. Basically, we told the computer to ingest everything that gets dropped into the import section of Premiere Pro into Media Encoder. So what it's doing now is making the small copy, and it's pretty quick on my computer. It might be slower on other computers. Depending on your computer, the time will vary. Now this proxy has finished rendering. Let's minimize that. So once this is done proxying in Media Encoder, we can drag it onto our timeline, and you can see that it is proxied up. And the reason mine has these bars right here is that the proxy is actually a different aspect ratio than my original footage. And I do that just so I know visually that it's a proxy. You can actually change the aspect ratio, but I usually leave it just so I know. And to toggle between the two, which you can do, you have to go over to this plus sign and click the proxy toggle button, and you can drag it onto this box. Click OK. So now we have a button here, and if we click it, it'll turn off the proxy. And as you can see, scrubbing is a little nastier, but once I click this, the proxy turns on and scrubbability is awesome. And the beneficial part is that you can scrub through it, and you can also add a bunch of adjustment layers onto the clip, and it will not even sweat at all with the proxy turned on. If you already have a Premiere project that you want to proxy things in, all you have to do is click File and go down to Project Settings, Ingest Settings, and toggle over to the Ingest Settings tab, and then do the exact same thing, and then click OK. So now everything you drag into this area will be proxied. So if I click and I want this shot of Colin, excuse my computer for lagging, this shot right here is not yet proxied. As you can see, it's not yet proxied, but it is working on it over here in Media Encoder. So that was pretty quick. It's kind of a short clip. And now we have Colin dancing all proxied up. And if we turn off the proxy, we still have the full-size version right there. And to clarify, when you're exporting, it's still going to export your beautiful 4K shot regardless. You're not losing the 4K thing that you shot, you're just making your life easier when you're editing. So that is proxying in a nutshell. Like I said, I don't know how to do it on any other software other than Premiere, and I think it's easiest in Premiere. So I would highly recommend, first of all, getting Premiere if you don't have it, and trying to edit with proxies. It will save you a lot of time. and I do this for every single shot.